Cat Center, in conjunction with the Daily Dose of Davidson and the Davidson Athletic Broadcasting Network, present our Friday night preview for the big game between Hilliard Davidson and Dublin Coffman. Let's start off with a standings update here in the OCC. This game will most likely decide the OCC winner, especially if Davidson is the winner of the game. Coffman 2-0, Davidson 2-0, UA Marysville both 1-1, and Crossing and Westland are both winless in league games. More importantly, in the regional standings, top 8 will make the playoffs here, and look who it is in first. It's Dublin Coffman. Look who's in 8th. It's Davidson. Bradley currently in 4th, and Up Arlington in 7th. Davidson should be in with a win and will need a huge help from Reynoldsburg if they end up losing. A look at Davidson's schedule real quick. Pretty up and down season for the Wildcats so far, with the opening 2 wins, then followed up by 2 losses, but they have won the last 3 by a combined score of 82-14. Coffman with the opening loss by 2 to Springfield, but they've bounced back well, blowing out the last 6 opponents. They've been pretty quality too, so that's pretty good there for the Rocks. A quick look at the stats. These are rushing stats for Davidson. Royer has 974 yards, 14 touchdowns. St. Clair 815 and 7 touchdowns, and Hummel 279 and got his first touchdown last week. As for Coffman last week, they had a big blowout win over Central Crossing 42-0 to improve to 6-1 on the season. Quarterback Hodgson had 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, and starting running back Casey Kirk had 115 yards and a touchdown. Davidson, of course, that big win last week. Ryan Royer, St. Clair, and Hummel all had touchdowns in the rushing attack. David Hoyle added a field goal for the 24-7 OCC win. And now our keys to the game. For the Rocks, they really need to stay physical for the 4 quarters. Davidson usually can break down the opponent's physicality pretty well and use a size advantage on both the offensive and defensive lines. And for the Wildcats, it's going to be important to stop the Boston College committed wide receiver Caleb Stoneburner. He's been tearing it up this season, and it'll most likely be a close game. Winning the 4th quarter may be a deciding factor to see who wins, Coffman or Davidson. Oh yeah, and who can forget last year's game between Davidson and Coffman? The Cats toasted the Rocks really in all aspects of the game. Led by Royer's 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half, they forced 4 turnovers in the first half alone, and the legendary scoop and score play. That was by linebacker Dre Rodriguez in the 2nd quarter. That really made him a hero at our school forever for that. It's going to be a blowout. Our student section needs to be packed just like last year's Coffman game. We thank you for watching our Friday night preview on Cat Center. Make sure to follow the Davidson Athletic Broadcasting Network on Twitter, and make sure to watch the Daily Dose every morning during 3rd period. Let's go, Cats.
Let's go, Cats! Let's go, Cats!